I'm working on this big project of 208 paintings of the 4 seasons. It was something I started in 2002 in France, when I was in France for an extended period. So I was working at a place that one of my collectors put together, a studio he put together down there for people to work whose art he collected.
Yeah.
And so in 2002 I started this project. He had this little village on the top of a hill with a 360-degree view of the land.
Yeah.
And it was just captivating and beautiful. And so I was looking down onto the land, and that's kind of behind a lot of my paintings anyway, looking at nature. And to cut a long story short, I started it in 2002, and then all kinds of things happened, and it got stranded over there. So everything I had started was left in France for 20 years. And I've only just got it back to 18 months ago, I got it all back. People had died, all kinds of things had happened that intervened.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that all straightened out eventually, and 20 years later, I'm picking up where I left off, and it's kind of exciting to revisit the idea.
And this space is the first time you've seen them like laid out all at once.
Yes, it's great having this space, although it's not ideal, but I've actually, for the first time ever, I've seen all these together.
Yeah.
In my studio upstairs, there's not enough room to do this, so I have to work on them in sections. It's looking at the land in a very detailed way, taking small sections of what I'm looking at, and then turning that into a larger experience. And so that eventually this becomes about other things. It becomes about the paint and the different kinds of paint.
It becomes about color, it becomes about these shapes in the land.
Yeah,
it becomes...
and some of the shapes repeat through the seasons because we're looking at the same terrain at different times of the year. I would love to see this project in a very large square room with one season on each wall and a bench in the middle of the room, so you can just sit with it and absorb it. And you change position and just look at each season.
Yeah.
No other information on the wall, no labels or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Just the experience of the color and the paint and the mood of this with no other distractions, with the right lighting. It's a tall order. It's hard to find the perfect location, but you know. But my initial idea was I would have one installation of all 4 seasons in one big 52 panel installation.
Right.
But as I moved along with that, I decided to separate it into separate seasons.
Yeah, so it's 52 panels now.
So each season is 52 paintings.
Right.
So, and I had it in my head that I wanted to make a square out of a rectangle.
Yeah, okay.
So I love this shape, this horizontal shape, very nice proportions. And I thought, well, I wonder how I can make a square and how many that would take and how big it would be. There I was, and I eventually discovered that a 10-foot square was 52 paintings if it was 4 across horizontally and 13 down.
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking, oh my God, 52 paintings, 4 across, 13 down, 52 weeks in a year.
52 weeks in a year.
4 seasons.
4 seasons.
13 is about 3 months. And I'm thinking, that's it. That's it.
Yeah, I love this project. I get the sense that it's very important for you to finish this.
Yes.
Finish what you started, to sort of resurrect what had
initially
inspired you.
Yeah.
And so now you're doing it from memory as opposed to looking out this
what's interesting about it, yes, that's true, but bearing in mind that a big chunk of it, I had a lot of summer done, a lot of spring and a lot of autumn while I was over there. And so the actual, what you might call the composition, the structure of some of these panels are basically looking at the same thing in 4 different seasons. So really I can refer to what I've already done in terms of structure. I mean, and of course the color is really something that drives me anyway, and I'm always playing around with color and how color works. And the trick is to make the 4 seasons distinctive and separate from each other, because nature's like that.
Yeah.
And that's the fun part right now. It's playing with all these different greens for summer, all the russets and golds and browns of fall. Spring is all lively and lime greens and lavenders and pink.
Yeah.
And then winter, I was not there in winter because there was no heating down there, so I didn't spend any time there in the winter. But that's going to be fun because that's going to be pretty much me now doing winter rather than a connection with the past. This is going to be a brand new season, and I have a love-hate relationship with winter anyway.
Yeah. I think with every season so far, you have a couple of sort of solid panels.
Yes, each season totally arbitrary, but I decided I would like some blank panels in each season. Not necessarily the same configuration and not necessarily the same number.
Yeah.
But some blank panels.
Yeah.
And I think I'm on target to get all this done this year. I think I can do it if I stay on it. And I've put everything else to one side. I'm just working on this right now. So I think it'll happen.
Yeah, me too.
And it'll be nice to put it behind me and then get back to some other thoughts.